Feels like they're betting on teams or something. It's not a real war. Dude, did you know they still make Mondo? What are we playing? Titanfall. Have you heard anything that I've said? No, but to be fair, I don't listen to you at all. Like, in general. I hope that Mondo melts one of your kidneys. Too late, bro. So, what are we talking about? Tastes like the 90s. You know that stuff is pure poison, right? You probably just gave yourself some, like, 90s-themed super diabetes. Whatever, nerd. Just make with the topic before I pass out from boredom. Very well. In Titanfall, you play as either the IMC or the militia, two opposing military forces fighting for control over a bunch of different territories. Yeah, so? That's what wars are, man. A bunch of guys slinging lead at each other, and whoever's left gets the spoils. What spoils? All of these locations are burned out, useless ruins. I mean, this is an interplanetary, space-going civilization that's at war. You expect me to believe this one place, and only this one place, is good for refueling your spaceships? No way. Okay, smart guy, what's your explanation then? Two massively well-funded, technologically advanced forces are just throwing ships and soldiers and personnel at each other, but for what, for fun? Exactly. My theory is that, in this future, mankind's societal and technological evolution are such that war is obsolete. But we've spent so long, thousands of years, fighting battles both large and small that war is an ingrained part of our culture. Without an actual need for it anymore, though, it's just become a form of entertainment. Hyper-advanced gladiator combat for the entertainment of the rest of humanity. There are even cameras floating around in some of the levels, watching everything. Bullshit. There's a reason we as society stopped allowing gladiators to kill each other for our amusement. It's a bad thing. And in Titanfall, people, real people, get shot, blown up, get their necks snapped. No way some 30th century families sitting around watching that with their kids. Be like me sitting around with my girlfriend watching America's Next Top Executed Felon. That would be a solid argument if the combatants were dying. Dude, I just shoved like all of the bullets into your face and your entire body exploded. I'm pretty sure you're not okay. Sure I am. I'm already back on the battlefield, and this time I got to bring a perk with me. It's like a boxer getting water between rounds. Probably supposed to be like a different soldier. Like your original guy died, sure, but then they throw another guy onto the battlefield and you play as him now. Wrong again. The generals, or whoever talks to you throughout the whole battle, say things like, he's gonna hold a grudge whenever you kill someone. You don't say that about somebody who's dead the way human beings die. You say that about somebody who gets stepped on by a 40-ton murder bot and then somehow comes back for vengeance a few minutes later. That does make sense. I mean, when you regenerate back to level 1, you get this weird long, like, boot sequence, where it shows the computer rebuilding your brain from scratch. It's like a reverse Matrix unplugging. Right, in this f***ed-up army, your consciousness is digitized and uploaded into these meat sacks again and again and again, so your government can fight an entire war with just a handful of guys. And that's not even the most damning evidence. Think about the Titans themselves. Okay, like whenever you start a new game or your Titan gets destroyed, your military buddies come over the walkie-talkie and tell you they're gonna build you a new one. And then a countdown clock starts for like 4 minutes, and at the end of it, you can call your giant off ass-whooping analog walking tank in to wreck some shit. Language, man. We're probably playing a bunch of 12-year-olds. But so what? They build these incredibly advanced military-grade robots. Building stuff takes a while, so you gotta wait for yours. Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense if their Titan building machines were to run on murder. When you kill anything on the enemy team, pilots, grunts, specters, whatever, the countdown timer to when your giant robot will be ready is reduced. What kind of weapons manufacturing process is that? Hey, we've got this awesome tool and it's gonna take X amount of time to build. Unless, of course, you murder a few extra guys while you're down there. Our robot building machines are powered by the souls of lives cut short, so have at it, troops. Yeah. Sounds like a f***up way to run a military. That's because it's not a military, it's a sport. It's like a combination of football and pro wrestling. When you reach a predetermined number of points, your team wins, and the other team has to go home, despite the fact that they could conceivably continue to throw their endlessly respawning meat soldiers at each other over and over again till the end of time. But nope, we got 300 points. Go home, bitches. Oh, and the burn cards! If you do well enough, some mysterious person starts giving you power-ups, better weapons, and preferential treatment. Just like the favors that popular gladiators used to win from their sponsors. You couldn't use any of that stuff in an actual war, but in a duel-to-the-death game being played out for the entertainment of everyone back at home? Sure. So we've got two choices. Either wars in the future are fought by video game rules, or we play out totally realistic, hyper-violent war games for the amusement of everyone back home whose job is not get shot, blown up, shot again, then stepped on by a giant robot, have neck broken, then go home and watch it on my DVR. Personally, I think it's the new Monday Night Football. I mean, they have enough money to throw all this equipment and manpower at each other. Dozens of giant robots every few minutes, over and over again, forever? That sounds like professional sports franchise money to me. Hold on there, Tiny Dancer. Maybe it's just a war game. Of course it's a war game. There's guns and grenades. What? No, Yes, that, but no, all the stuff you were just saying. The respawning and shit. What about it? Maybe the pilots are just playing some kind of hyper-advanced war simulator, letting each of them take multiple shots at each battle to hone their training. I mean, our military already uses video games to train drone pilots and black ops squads. This is just taking that to its logical extreme. Photorealistic full-body simulators that basically let a small force practice live fire exercises without risking anything during training. Huh. I guess that would actually explain the point system, the countdown timer, pretty much all of it. Yep, sure made you look stupid. Wait, no! Damn it! There's a DLC for Titanfall called War Games, in which you and your pilot buddies hop into hyper-realistic simulation pods before every battle. It's exactly the same as a regular match, except when someone dies, their bodies evaporate into pixels. Also, everything is Tron-themed for some reason. So they're playing a game within a game within a game? That's too damn many layers of analysis. It's almost as bad as BioShock Infinite. You take that back. You take that back right now! And I will politely decline. You know what? Come here. I'm gonna step on your face. Don't be a wiener about it. Don't be a wiener about it, bro!